Hello everyone, my name is Chris, and on behalf of the Colorado Department of Revenue, welcome to this video on how to file consumer use tax using Revenue Online. You can pause or rewind this video at any time to review the information. This video will cover a step-by-step instruction on how to file consumer use tax and tools and resources for further information. Diana will now guide us through.
Our first step is going to be go to Tax.Colorado.gov. Then we will hover over Online Services and select Revenue Online. Once you're in Revenue Online, we're going to scroll to Sales and Use Tax section of the website. As of right now, it is the middle of the second row. And then we will click the link that says File a Consumer Use Tax Return. Now, the way I'm demonstrating this walkthrough today is if you do not have an account and if you have never filed consumer use. If you have filed consumer use in the past and you have a Revenue Online login, you can log in and file that way as well. So from this screen, you're going to select your filing period. There are two options. It's either purchases made before 2018 or in 2018 and following. I'm going to pretend like I purchased something in February of this year. So we selected 2018 and following, and we will now continue. This next section asks for your taxpayer information. It is important that the information you provide here matches any pre-existing Department of Revenue accounts. This is so that we can match the filing with your existing account if you have one. Now, you can file this way if you're an individual, but for today's demonstration, I'm going to pretend like I have an EIN and that I'm a business. Type in your EIN. Business will already be selected for you once you select it from the dropdown, and then type in your business name. Next, you will populate your mailing address for the business. We're going to pretend like I work out of the office. And then you need to click the blue link at the bottom that says click here to verify the address. If you do not verify your address, you will not be able to proceed. Going to select this address. Now, as you can tell, I didn't type in the full address. You do want to type in the full address if there is a lot of variation in your area. Since I know that this is a pretty unique address in a metropolitan area and it's not a new development, I just typed in the city and I was able to find my correct jurisdiction and county from the list. Moving forward, you are now going to be asked to provide purchase details. As I mentioned, I'm going to say that my purchases occurred at the end of February of this year. And then if you are filing a zero return, you can select this option here. But I am going to pretend like I purchased $1,000 worth of goods in the city of Lakewood. Now, from my previous consult with the DR 1002 form, I know that the city of Lakewood is within the RTD and CD boundaries. So all three of these sections will need to be populated with the purchase figure. Going to put $1,000 for the state, $1,000 for RTD, and $1,000 for CD. Now, let's assume that throughout the month of February, I was also purchasing things in Basalt. That area is within the Roaring Fork RTA, so you will find the appropriate region here should you need it. So I will say that I purchased $500 in Basalt as well. Now, you may have noticed that there are solid and dotted lines on this screen. Solid lines are things that you can populate yourself, and dotted lines is everything that Revenue Online is calculating for you. In our case here, you can see that one of the dotted line sections is the tax rates, and then the second one is tax amounts. So this is essentially a calculator eliminating the need for you to do any of your own math. So I think that this is all I need. Once you have confirmed that all of your purchases are entered on this screen for that period that you're filing for, click Next. And this will now show you a summary screen. So it shows me my total purchases and total tax due. Now, if I had calculated my own penalty and interest, I could have populated that information in the previous screen, and it would have popped up under this tax penalty and interest section. If you are filing late, so for example, if you purchase more than $300 in a given month and you are filing after the 20th, if you don't calculate your own penalty and interest, the Department of Revenue will send you a bill with the figures. Once I've verified that everything is correct, I can click Next to continue. And you will now need to check the box below to declare under penalty of perjury that your return that you're filing is true, correct, and complete given all known information. Once you select I agree, you're going to click the Submit option, and the system will now ask you for your email. You want to confirm your email twice to make sure there are no typos. And what's going to happen is the system will send you a confirmation email. It's not going to have your confirmation number in it, but it will provide you with a timestamp of when the return was submitted. Now, once we click OK, this is where you will see your confirmation number. It is important to either print or take a screenshot of this page and save it for your records, should you need to ever contact us about this filing or reference it in the future. You also have the option to open up a printable view. This is going to open up a PDF of the return that you filed. So if you want to save this or print this option, it's a good option as well. And then if you go back to Revenue Online, you can also make a payment. And when you click Make a Payment, you have the following options. If you already registered your consumer use tax account with EFT, you can pay that way. Otherwise, you can select e-check or debit or credit card.
The Colorado Department of Revenue aims to make complex tax information easier to understand to enable accurate and on-time tax filing. Please note that all values used in this presentation are for illustration purposes only, and all tax and interest rates are subject to change over time. We have a wide variety of resources available for you through the Department of Revenue, including our Taxpayer website, Taxpayer helpline, email, and local offices. We can help you navigate through the system. After all, taxes are a specialty. You can also sign up for free emails to receive alerts regarding new tax information. On behalf of the Colorado Department of Revenue, Taxation Division, Education and Training, thank you for watching this video. The Colorado Department of Revenue is always here to help you be voluntarily tax compliant through information, education, assistance, and customer service.